Hello, Alex from Scale Swimming. I hope you're well. Thanks for taking your time today again. Scale Swimming, ex Marcus Marthaler, both in our car studio, as I can see. Hi, Alex. How are you?
Hi, Mark. Good.
Good. Perfect. So
I am good. I've just done a swim and I'm facing the pool of dreams.
nice, Loughborough Pool of Dreams, where big names like Daniel Whiffen and Adam Peaty were starting their careers and are training on a regular basis. That is an amazing, especially Daniel Whiffen is still there, right?
Yeah, and we've just had two other world champions.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, Freya and Laura Stevens swimming, training in the pool of dreams. World champions last week. How excited!
It is really exciting, but I do need to say, Daniel Whiffen, I mean, it's stepping like, he is fast. Jesus Christ. But we're not talking about Daniel Whiffen. He's a nice guy. Shout out to Daniel Whiffen. I will tag him in there as well. Two people who do, or at least one who does longer distance, but another one as well who loves swimming, talking about him and are in awe of him.
Hey, there's swims even further that also just got a bronze at the Worlds last week in the 10K. That's Hector Pardo. He is also training in those pool of dreams every day. So there we go.
See, and you three swim in that water, in the same water. I mean,
I think it's me swimming in that water helps them and inspires them to be the world's best and world champions.
So now from a pool which is worn by world champions, I'm going to a tool. You know that I'm a big fan of Forum, and I work with them together, so that we have that. I work with them together. I give them feedback. They give me the guidance. For training purposes, I love it. I used to have always a clock on the side if there was a pool which didn't have a clock, and with a second hand, and so I could go and do my trainings. And when Forum came out, I first looked at it and said, oh no, they are too big. Then I got my Instagram following started to grow, always that interest to working together with me, and obviously doing that. And I give good feedback, apparently. I do that to all the companies I work with. But anyway.
Honest feedback, that's what you do. That's what you're good at.
I'm really good at honest feedback, but also I give some sort of advice what could be better. And that's why there is another topic which comes afterwards, which I want to tell you about. Good news coming. But again, this tool is worn by it is more embedded in the triathlon space because they started off there a bit more. In the swimming space, it starts to grab, especially with amateur swimmers and whatsoever. For me, it's a great training tool. For a competition, don't necessarily need it. Until now, it was also forbidden. Last year, they got the approval for it. It is worn by Christian Blumenfeld, for example, so another world champion, but and Olympic champion on the triathlon side, Olympic triathlon and Ironman. So he has won Hawaii, and it is called Forum, right? This is the goggles. This is the case which is coming in. These are my multiple used Forum goggles which are there. Just to explain, yours is on your way, is on the way to you. Should arrive next week, so you get a pair too from me. The Forum goggles, they have one cool thing, just to explain to you. I mean, have you heard about them, by the way? Have you?
I have heard. Oh, yes, I've heard rave reviews about them. Lots of people love them. One negative thing that people do say is that they're quite bulky and big.
Maybe they have something in store for us for that thing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they are a bit bulky. I mean, if you see them, if I put them up here, they are a bit bulky. I mean, they have this little computer thingy here, and then they are a bit bulky. Looks like the Sweden goggles from before, just a bigger version of it with some rubber underneath it. It does, but they are amazing. There is nothing more accurate for swimming, which is also real time, which tracks your strokes, your splits, your DPS, your whatever. There is nothing out there which is better. Nothing. Garmin, not as accurate. There is nothing as accurate. There is now Flex, which is there, which is a dot which you have on your goggles, which tracks also these kind of things. It's also very accurate, but it's not real time. It's just the dot which you can analyze afterwards. And this is Forum. It's different because you get it real time. I mean, I guess after this call, you can't wait until you get yours. You, as I said, you will get used to it. Also, for the bulkiness, you get used to it because you see what the added value is. I wouldn't suggest you jump into the water and like use it as like dives. They won't hold because usually they come off. You and I can jump in by now, and they don't come off or they don't fill up with water, but usually they do because they are bulky. You know, other ones are a bit closer to your eyes and a bit smaller, and then they don't, like the ones which you wear in a competition. But how much, like in a training session, especially middle distance, long distance, how many dives do you do? Not that many.
No,
it's more about training. So these goggles, what do they have? I can turn them on, and you will see then on the one side you have a little. I mean, I hope I can show somewhere. You can, oh maybe here. On that camera you have a little screen inside, and that screen is see-through. It's like a head-up display in your goggles, and it will tell you your time, your splits, the distance you swam. You don't need to push a button like with the Garmin whenever you do a split or you come to an interval. It records everything by itself. So, I mean, it's pretty amazing. I mean, if you have questions or what you can do or what not, ask or fire away. I mean, I'm here to answer. I can answer you anything.
Do you know? So I have. I've swam 2 lengths in those goggles before, and I've also tried. There's another brand that do a very similar type of goggle there. And what I did like about those Form goggles is the position of the display. In the eye. So it's slightly to the side. The other pair of goggles that I just tried on that somebody else was using in training, I said, hey, can I just borrow those and see what they're like? It was too far to the side, the display. So I was having to, I didn't feel dizzy, but just it was really unnatural and uncomfortable to really have a side eye of trying to have a look at where their display was shown. That was my personal feeling to those. But yeah, for those Form goggles, I didn't have anything bad to say. So yeah, I'll be excited to know and have that real-time feed of what my splits are and all of the other information that you can get off that.
I mean, you need. I guess it's that you need to try to use them and have them yourself. I think then you will see what it is. I don't train without them anymore. Only if I do starts and sprints, or I do, let's say I do a 1500 meter test. But even then, I try to have it in there because then I can see the constant move, and you can change the head-up display to what it should show you. You know, you can have splits cumulative, or you can only have the splits, or you can have 50 splits. You can do everything in there, so it's quite good. I mean, yes, the other brands which you also refer, which have goggles, Finis has also goggles, but they have like a round display. It's a bit too small, I think, but their good thing is they can take it off, and the goggles are not as bulky. And the other one is like Holo Swim, but it's like they copy what Forum is doing, not as good. And I mean, this is a finished product. It's like this. There is nothing out there like really like this. And then you have the app, obviously, which if you want, you can load in workouts. You have now also the what they use also now, or they started to use, it's like a head coach, some sort of a feature that shows you where the head is, like in the 3 dimension, like the Finis one, but it tells you afterwards where your head should be, like the area, and afterwards it tells you that. Within the swim you can have limits where it gives you a reminder of it. So I mean, amazing form, but cool thing is they have improved it. They have improved it. They have the new Forum goggles. I'll show you here.
New case already.
New case, new Forum goggles, new branding, and they come out. They are similar. Like, I mean, the strap is now yellow. what they changed is if you put them together with the first version of them is you can see immediately the computer is a bit smaller. They have downsized it. I mean, the goggles itself are pretty much the same with the new goggles. They have improved, in my opinion. Also, the buttons are much better now. I mean, the goggles are amazing. I mean, first of all, they're new. As I said, the computer is much smaller, or the goggles is not as bulky. The thing here on the side, the buttons are better. Like how they manufactured is much better for the new goggles, which are soon out to purchase. Then they added what is a game changer. They added a pulse measuring thing on the here, like a pulse dot. Yes, up here. So it does real time. It gives you real time feed also on your pulse, which is a game changer. I mean, it's here on the side. It's like a little thing. You won't feel it. Nothing. It's even hidden. When you look at it like this, you only see it when it's from the inside. I mean, I can show here. I'll show it to you a bit here. You see it. I mean, it's amazing. The screen is similar. They have improved their workout plan. Obviously, you from Scale Swimming, we have the waterproof, and I would still personally I would prefer that having on the side of the pool, but and I concentrate more on the real time feed of what I'm doing, not on what I have to do, because that I can see on the Scale swimming books. But what is better is now the head coach is a bit different. They have improved it to that it's more accurate, and also what they improved is they have a straight swim for open water swimmers. They have a straight swim measurement in it, so you can target where you want to go, and it tells you tells you while you swim that you swim in, or how you swim, if you swim in a line or not. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, just I need to cheat a bit. So what they did really is the key things which are changed is the less bulky, is a bit smaller, the computer, heart rate monitor in here, real-time feed into it. They improved the head coach. It's more accurate on what your head should do, how it should be positioned for your technique to be better. I mean, it tracks everything. And they have the straight swim feature in it for open waters that you can learn, or like it teaches you how to swim straight. And obviously with the approval to go into normal competitions like Ironman races and stuff, it's a game changer. Now you can have it while you're there, and that helps a lot, I think. And it's all in that little thing, and afterwards in the app. I mean, it's an amazing tool, these Forum goggles. I mean,
they look good. So I like to see that module is smaller. That's really good. And like those new features are really good, and they will help so many people. Like a lot of open water swimmers struggle with sighting and struggle with swimming in a straight line. So if they can practice and have that instant feedback of, okay, you're a little bit off to the left or a little bit off to the right, they'll then start to get the feel of that over time. And then when they come to do a race and they put regular goggles on, if they're not allowed to be used in any competition, then they're going to have much better practice in swimming straight or in more of a straight line, straight direction. So that's really good.
So as I said, for me, I think they've done well. They also used a lot of, like, some of the feedback I could give them, and they embedded it, so it was really good. So for my, as I said, better product than before. This is what you want. Not that the other ones are bad now, but it is just an enhancement, and I can only recommend anyway. The Forum goggles I can recommend, because one thing which always bugged me in all the other things was that you don't have proper data. Like this is as accurate as it can be. It's for me, it's like having a coach there. So for me, amazing in general. So Forum goggles by Forum.
That's really good. I've got one question because I don't know too much about the goggles. If your goggles, you've been wearing them for a few months and they start to cloud up, can you switch the module to a different pair of Forum goggles, or is everything just all fixed together?
No, it is all fixed together. It will go. What you can do, what you can always switch is which is also improved now with the new goggles. The new goggles have improved also their fitting. You know, the fitting to the eyes. It's much softer. The fogging, anti-fog, they always have that as well, like normal goggles. But obviously, after some time, they were off. But they're very durable, first of all. But you can't switch it out or something. You would need to speak to Forum itself. They're very open and very nice to talk to, and very nice to also accommodate your wishes and maybe adjust them or give you a new pair or something like that. Just talk to them, I would say. There. I mean, you can't, as I said, you can't switch the computer whatsoever. But I mean, I have mine. These ones were the longest lasting. The other ones, I mean, I'm still since the almost very beginning with Forum, since they are out. And the first one lasted for 2.5 years, and this one is now until I got the very new one, and I got another 2 years. So they're very durable. I mean, I don't need to change. They're still as new. What you can easily do, what is good, you can take things off. You know, you can take the rubber off easily and clean it properly. Like it's easy to do. It's easy to clean.
Yeah, and like you talk about the data, like we all see, you post the stories of your workouts, and there's a lot of in-depth. So yeah,
I mean, what you can do is, I mean, I will then also in the video I will show here. I will show you a bit of a screenshot of what I do here. If we look into a Forum, if into the app, I mean, the app is very nicely to show, or not very nice to look at in that sense. When you log in, you obviously have your overview, what you've done, where you're at, how many Ks you swam. I can go through. You can also follow. It's like a social network. But what the cool thing is, obviously afterwards, I mean, if you go into one of my sessions, now this is with the new goggles. As I said, I posted all the time. You know, my stats, and you really have the stats you want to have, plus this head coach thing stuff. And if you want to go deeper, it really tells you how the sets are. I mean, you can go and say, what did I do on the 15 times 100? And if you go through here, you really have all the stats which you want, from DPS, how many strokes did you have, what was your pulse, stroke count, what did we have, like all the nitty gritty nice stats you want, and it's all in there and really nicely set up, and it's to this interval session, and yeah, I mean, it works together.
Really detailed data displayed in a really user-friendly app.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy to handle. I mean, you have your feed, which you have all the trainings in there. I think, like, you can search for it. Yeah, and
the next question is how does the app get the data from the goggles?
It syncs it. I mean, you don't need to turn on the goggles anymore. They have automatic syncing. So when you get out and you have the goggles nearby, you can just open the app and it automatically starts to sync it up and then loads it onto thing. You don't need to go and wait and take it out. You can literally just open the app, and if the goggles are around, it will immediately feed it into. It's brilliant.
And how often do you have to charge the module?
Once every month. I do use it around 1 month. I use my goggles 3 to 6 times a week, and once a month I need to charge them.
That's a lot longer than I thought you were going to say, like every week.
No. The battery is very durable. I mean, as I say, you know what I do. You know my sessions, my volumes. I do a lot of sessions or long sessions, and there you simply can you can simply charge them once a month, and then it's done. It records everything.
Yeah, that's really good. People can look at what sets you do, can't they?
Sorry?
I said people can look at what sets you do, can't they?
Yeah, they
people
can.
If they want.
They can. They can do the same sets. They can see what I train. They can see how I train.
Yeah, that's right. And if they wanted to, sorry, Form, but if they wanted to, how do they know what sets you do, Marcus?
What do you mean by that? They can log on to their app, and then there is like a social media. What do you mean?
We'll cut this bit, but I'll add to it. Hold on. What they can do, Marcus, is they can use your own waterproof scale swimming.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I get it now. Yes, they can use this guy. That was my hint before, but yeah, they can use the scale swimming training books, have it on the side of the pool, and then do the sessions we give them as a suggestion, and then afterwards do them. I mean, yes, of course.
I joke and I hijack, but the point is that different products for different markets, right? Some people like being told what to do and read it from a pre-defined workout on their goggles or on their smartwatch. And what we do it for people that one might not be able to see so well, one that doesn't like or can't afford technology. You created a nice little book that stands on the poolside, waterproof training book, and market. So we're not competing.
No, I don't think you're competing, because I think the combination of the two makes sense. You have the scale swimming training book, and you have that. As I said, for having this real-time feed of what you do and where you stand with your pulse and everything, this is stellar. This is amazing, and the splits and whatsoever. I personally, because when you touch the wall, then it starts to tell you what you need to do and how you need to go again. I mean, I'm very old school there. I like to have my sets next to it, and then, or even have it out of my head, but mainly, and there the scale swimming training books comes in handy, even the one I sent, because it's there. You actually can go and swim, and you don't need to think on either side. You don't need to think on what you need to do, because you have the book there, and you don't need to think on how you did, if that makes sense. And that combination is golden, I think.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I didn't tell you to say that, so thank you. But
no, I know.
Complementary, aren't they? They're a complementary product. You've got all of the real-time feedback of your heart rate, your distance per stroke, the times you're doing, the turnarounds, the times you're hitting, and then you can use and follow.
Absolutely. No, I think that is it. I mean, absolutely. This is what we have. So I hope you cannot wait until you get yours. You can put any questions. If you have, then ask me, and anyone else who has questions about the forum, they should ask me. And I mean, I guess this is it for now. It was a little excursion on the goggles which are coming out and already existing, some of them. So let's see how it goes.
Exciting times ahead for everybody. So thanks for sharing that with me.
Good. Hope you like it, and until next time, when it's scale swimming x Marcus Martel. Cheers.
See ya.